I've seen many theologians supporting the rising doctrinal support for theonomy, the enforcing of laws of the Old Testament by jurisdiction of the state. Is this a clear case of the rising principles of the King of the North in response to the principles of the King of the South spoken of in Daniel 11? That's the way I see it. For those who aren't familiar with that, my view of the King of the North and King of the South, King of the South symbolically in the whole long prophecy is represented as Egypt, and Egypt is represented as Pharaoh. Who is God that I should know him? So symbolically, the King of the South, represented by Egypt, represents those philosophies through history who deny the existence of God. That would include communism, atheism, leftism, wokeism, all that stuff today would be King of the South. King of the North is represented by Babylon. Nebuchadnezzar converts as he sees the fiery furnace, and immediately in Daniel, after his conversion, he immediately passes a law. Anyone who says anything bad about Daniel's God must be put to death. Religious imperialism, which also became Romanism. And in the name of God, we will burn people at the stake and go to the crusades. And these two systems, godlessness that denies God, believing in God but use power to state to enforce, King of the South, King of the North, battling back and forth through history, and the beautiful land, God's people, are caught in the middle. And the real goal, these are both Satan's agencies, King North and South, is to have a battle to draw the beautiful people to choose a side. And the last movements are that the King of the South attacks the King of the North, the King of the North storms out against him, takes his power, and then Michael the Prince stands up, and the second coming happens. And I think all this wokey stuff that you're seeing in the world, this godless, this communist, all this kind of stuff you're seeing is the final attack of the King of the South that's going to inflame the righteous wrath of godly people to tempt godly people to take the power of the state to go and punish the godless. And you leave loyalty to the kingdom of God, which is not of this world, and become part of the King of the North. I think that's the big final temptation.